looking around League 2 today in a full programme. Have I? Oh, so apparently you didn't hear any of that. I'm just been told because mute was on. So, can I bother to repeat it? Hello, I'm Nick Draper. On my right is Rob Boyce. On my left is Reece Fletcher. And yes, it is AFC Women versus Sutton United in League 2 on Boxing Day at Plough Lane. And I can tell, as you can see behind us, Boxing Day is a bit different to a normal match day. And I think people might have had a little bit of a lie-in, or they might be staying in the pub a little bit longer today. It's filling up slowly, but it will be sold out later this afternoon for the big derby clash, which we love on a Boxing Day.
People are busy eating their leftover turkey sandwiches for breakfast. That is what's going on.
That is going on, but they need to get moving on because breakfast has been and gone. We're into brunch territory now, but anyway, that said, we've got a few guests hopefully lined up today as well. We're going to speak to them, show you all the goals from our last couple of fixtures as well before looking around the division, see what else is happening in League 2 today. But before we do anything else, we have team news, and there are a couple of changes for us. One that we knew about ahead of time, or we were anticipating. It was Joe Lewis, obviously suspended, having been sent off away at Crawley a few evenings ago. So Alex Pearce comes in his place, and a little bit of a change around. So Josh Davison, who was included in the starting lineup away at Crawley, he's dropped out, as has Connor Lemonhay-Evans. Josh Nerfel and James Tilley are in the squad, and it reverts to a 4-4. Well, we go for a 4-4-2, a 4-2-3-1, sort of what we've come to expect from us more often than not this season. Tilley and Nerfel. As you can see on the graphic there, Stu's gone for Tilley left wing and Nerfel right wing, which could be, they could swap. They could be either way round. And then we have, obviously, on the bench today as well, Josh Davison returns to the bench. Harry Pell, James Ball, as you've sort of come to expect, Isaac Ogundare, Connor Lemonhay-Evans, and then Paul Cannon-Barry back in the matchday squad as well, obviously with Joe Lewis being out. Reece, we expected, obviously, there's a few changes. We had a few changes at Crawley. We've got a couple today, and I guess you kind of expect that, when you've got the opportunity to give some players a rest in a busy period. But generally, the team sort of picks itself, doesn't it? The spine of the team picks itself. Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I think most teams that we put out, we have a lot of squad depth at the moment, especially when you look back at last season at this time. We had a lot of injuries, and this season we don't, which is good to see. And I think the changes are good. Tilley's coming in. Hopefully he can pick up a little bit of form, get a couple goals in, which will be great to see. Kind of go back to how he was at the start of the season. Pearce, I think he's done really well as well when he's had the opportunity to come in the last however minutes it was at Crawley away. He came in and did the job and got us over the line. And same against Portsmouth. I thought he played really good in the win. So yeah, I think any team that we put out is a good team to go and win this game. 100%.
Talking about Alex Pearce, can I just say he might be in contender for goal celebration of the season?
100%.
Yeah, just throw that one out there whilst I'm here.
That was away at Portsmouth, wasn't it? So I'm saying no more. Rob, we're just looking at the team there. We'll come on. I want to come back to James Tilley, as Reece mentioned there, just in a moment, about something else. But there's one player on that list that I think has been so good recently and so consistent, but almost we expect it of him, and he's not really been getting the praise that perhaps he deserves, and that's Jack Curry. I think he's been in outstanding form of late, and you see him on there, and you think, well, we always knew what talent he had, what potential he had, but he's now he's almost like he's a senior pro in this side now.
Yep. No, it definitely is. I mean, I think that loan move, so he's done him a lot of benefit, and then obviously he's got a full season in the Football League under his belt now, so he kind of is coming into that territory where, like I said, he is a bit more of a seasoned pro. And I think the big thing for Jack Curry is he hasn't picked up any niggles or any injuries, which maybe as he was developing and growing into his body, maybe that's what it was. But yeah, he's just been Mr. Consistent down that left flank. I feel a bit sorry for Lee Brown, to be honest with you, because there's just no dislodging Jack Curry on current form. So yeah, and another one who I think probably has gone a bit under the radar, probably my summer signing potentially, is Ryan Johnson. I just think he's just a cool, calm and collected, and like I said, he never seems to put a foot wrong as well. So, well, that's a great point. A nice segue. Well done. Thank you very much, Rob. To my next question, which is, we were talking just before we came on air about summer signings. We talked about player of the calendar year, player of the season so far. I think that one's pretty much sewn up. I think we all know who we're talking about there. But we were looking at some of our summer signings. And Stu, if you just stick the team lineup graphic back on the screen for a second, because as we were talking, I was just realising how many we've got in this 11. So ignoring the fact Joe Lewis is suspended as well, so that's another name we have to put in there. But as you mentioned there, Rob, Ryan Johnson joined us in the summer. Alex Bass on loan from the summer. Jake Reeves returned to us in the summer. James Tilley in the summer. Omar Bugle in the summer. Josh Nerfel in the summer.
so much quality we've brought in. Recruitment absolutely spot on this year. Reece, of those, who would you say has been your pick of the purchases or the loans so far?
There's been a lot of choices, to be honest. I think Joe Lewis and Ryan Johnson have worked so well together. Obviously, they're both coming from Stockport, so they know each other well. I even think Alex Bass in goal, he's been incredible, especially even the start of the season against Grimsby. He made so many great saves. For me, I'm going to go... Well, it's really tough, isn't it? It's either between Joe Lewis or Alex Bass for me, to be honest. Yeah. I think Joe Lewis has done really well. Alex Bass in goal, he's kept us in so many games. Yeah. And yeah, definitely one of those two.
Yeah, and Bass, we'll see in a minute, Bass's second half performance against Crawley on Friday night was
100%.
Really excellent. Rob, for you?
Between me, it's a toss-up between Ryan Johnson and Jake Reeves.
Yeah.
For summer signing. I think Jake Reeves probably wins it for me, just because what he's brought to the team as a captain and as a leader, and he's really galvanised the team. You can see he's been here, done it, got the signed T-shirt from 2016, his Football League experience. But I think maybe Ryan Johnson I didn't know a lot about, to be honest with you. And like I said, I've been really impressed with him this season.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you with Jake Reeves there, but I think we do have to shout out for James Tilley just because of his outstanding form at the start of the season, which gave us a solid base on which we've progressed from, especially over the last couple of months where we've been in excellent form. We're going to ask you that question, so we'd like to get your comments in. So who do you think has been our pick of the summer arrivals so far this season? We've gone for Johnson and Reeves and Bass and Joe Lewis, but who do you think? We've got Omar Bugle to think of as well in that conversation, absolutely. And we see comments coming through there. I see Said Jani, I believe, sorry, he's gone off now, just saying James Tilley hopefully back in the goals today.
I wonder if the thinking behind picking Tilley was he did give Sutton a torrid time away.
Yeah.
He scored that brilliant goal for the
mind games.
Yeah, scored that brilliant goal, and obviously he's well rested as well. He's not been in the starting lineup, so hopefully he's back in the goals today.
Yeah, and we'll come on to, in a little while, we'll come on to Sutton's team today. Sutton come into this game winless in 6. We've only lost 1 in 6, so the form table says that we're heavy favourites this afternoon, but football is a funny old game. Anyway, we travelled to Crawley last Friday for a Friday night fixture down at Broadfield Stadium, and we've got some extended highlights of our 2-1 win for you now.
Portsmouth, but they're on the back foot here, and it's a direct run and shot at goal from Nick. Diving header to get it away, but it was a heavy touch, and the ball is worked back out to Baila, and it's a stooping header that comes in, and the keeper makes a right or mess of it, and AFC Wimbledon are in front. Josh Davison's header squirmed through the fingers of the Luca Ashby Hammonds. Wonderful ball in from Byler in the first place. The header didn't have a great deal of power, but just seemed to get stuck in the mud for a moment. And it's in for the first goal. Given away poorly, and it was a cynical foul on the edge of the box. The referee will produce the first booking of the night, and it's Joe Lewis. Madwin stands over it, but the free kick in the end comes in from Will Wright. 6 in big number behind the goal. Enjoyed seeing that land over. Not the best of passes there from Maguire. El Hamadi now has a run at goal. The last man you want to go through. He's made it too. Ali El Hamadi, AFC Wimbledon's top scorer. Another great goal for his collection. League Two fans, Player of the Month for November. Gets his 15th of the campaign. Again, poor defending though from Crawley's perspective. And only one thing on his mind. Half, and it could get even worse for Crawley from the set piece here. Hanging cross is headed down, and it's in. El Hamadi again wheels off to celebrate. This time though, the celebrations are cut short as the goal is ruled out. And well, Johnny Jackson is absolutely fuming, and the consequence is a yellow card from the referee, and he's having to be dragged away now, the AFC Wimbledon manager. And Jackson's protests have got himself sent off. He didn't keep quiet. And Jackson sent to the stand. Calendar year. And he's kept his great run going this time around as the shot comes in and draws a brilliant stop from Bass. Really good run from Zarula. Spots Lolos again. It was a heavy touch. Zarula, another great save from the goalkeeper. His defender got it away on the line in the end. Davison, 1 goal to his name already. Couple of step overs, but needs support. Eventually he gets it. Deep cross comes in from Little, but couldn't make the connection. El Hamadi in the box. 20 forward. Ryan Johnson aims on the penalty spot. It comes off his head and off the post. My word, what a let-off for Crawley. They had a big one in the first half with a goal ruled out from a corner. And this time, the post comes to their rescue. Kellen Gordon. And free kick is given here, and AFC Wimbledon are in trouble. Joe Lewis, already on a booking from the first half, is sent off. And with 25 minutes still to go, having seen their manager sent to the stand in the first half. Lolos, who's been lively after coming off the bench, dinking run as well. Lays it off to Wright. Brilliant finish from Will Wright. Crawley are right back in it with 7 minutes to go. Hammond has resisted the temptation to get forward. The ball's curled in. Drops to the edge of the box. They wanted him to shoot. Zarula instead finds Wright. He crosses back in. Stooping header. What a save. For all the goal-scoring heroics of Josh Davison and Ali El Hamadi, Alex Bass has been in phenomenal form. And AFC Wimbledon hold on for a memorable victory. Not just in terms of what this means to them in the league, but local bragging rights too. It's been a good week on the road for Johnny Jackson's men. And even though it cost them with a couple of red cards, they've managed to come away with the 3 points. AFC Wimbledon now just a point behind Notts County in 6th. And you never know, only 5 behind, automatic promotion.
Right, there you go, highlights there from the 2-1 win at Crawley last Friday, and certain things I hadn't seen before, Reece, including a nice little celebration from Omar Bugle after the opening goal, but we will say no more about that for the time being, because if you just joined us, I'm Nick Draper. I'm joined on my left by Reece Fletcher, and now to my right, stepping from Royal Familiar is Mick Dorr. Nick, what's the word? Landlord of the Alex in Wimbledon?
Yeah, I'm the landlord, mate. Yeah, busy all day yesterday, Christmas Day.
Yes.
And but yeah, I'm here ready to. I think we're going to smash these today. I'll be honest. I'm not even.
I really hope so.
We're going to absolutely smash these today.
Well, this is the hope, and this is what we're sort of semi-expecting. And well, let's talk about the game now. Yeah, I want to come back to your day yesterday, but let's go into the team news again. Just to remind you, if you've not seen the team news, this is it on the screen there. A few changes. Josh Davison drops out. James Tilley comes back in. Josh Nerville starts as opposed to Lemon Hay Evans, and obviously Alex Pearce had to step in for Joe Lewis, who's suspended. But we were just saying beforehand, the number of signings we made in the summer in that 11 this afternoon, absolutely outstanding recruitment in the summer. Who would have been your pick of those new arrivals? The likes of Johnson and Tilley. And
he's emerging as the kind of gladiator of the team, isn't he? He's the big fella at the back, Joe Lewis. He's not playing today, but what a player he's been for us. This doesn't go out to any Stockport fans, does it, Stu? He's rubbish. He's absolute rubbish. No, what a player he's turned into being, and him and Ryan Johnson at the back. I mean, it's that thing, isn't it? I was a Jackson out merchant, and I've held my hands up and said all along I was, and I say to all the other Jackson out merchants, it doesn't mean you were wrong, in the sense that a guy who backs a 25-1 winner and comes round to your house and says you all should have backed it. Well, you know, at the time we kept him on, I thought it was a bizarre decision, but sometimes bizarre decisions pay off, don't they?
I think his summer recruitment helps so much.
And the summer recruitment with Craig Cope, he's done a brilliant job. But the Jackson outers, the ones who won't let it go, are saying it's all down to Craig Cope. It isn't. It isn't. Craig's recruited the right people, but the team's now been really, really well managed by Johnny Jackson. And, you know, he's given the platform for these players to come through and play really well and will look like a great team. And incidentally, I know people say I'm too optimistic. We are going for automatic promotion this season. I'm telling you, forget about top 7. We'll be comfortably in that. It's Boxing Day. You can come to the Alex and have a go at me and tell me that I was too optimistic. You can come and laugh at me if you like, if it doesn't happen. I am telling you, we've got an outside chance of automatic promotion. I mean it.
Well, I want to ask you about that in a second. Stu just put up, just before I come back to that one, Stu just put up the starting line for Sutton, as we can see on their team at the moment. And you said, Mick, that coming into this one, we should win comfortably this afternoon.
Yeah.
It's a strange one, Sutton, in the minute. Obviously, Jason Goodliff, our former centre-half, is currently in charge of them because they parted company with Matt Gray a couple of games ago. You look at some of the names on that sheet and you think they should be performing a lot better, but it seems to be there's some sort of problem somewhere along the line, because they are underperforming massively. They're now winless in 6. Cut adrift a little bit in that bottom 2 now as well.
Yeah, I mean, Omari Patrick's a good player, isn't he? We saw him home and away against Carlisle last season. Good player. Harry Smith, ex-Orient, he'll cause problems and stuff. But, you know, I say he'll cause... I don't think he will. I mean, Ryan Johnson, he thrives on these sort of punch-ups, doesn't he, games? He wanders around like a doorman at an under-18 disco. He looks like he's bored most of the time. He likes it when he's got someone to have a fight with, doesn't he? Yeah. And I should think he'll smash Harry Smith up today. And Omari Patrick, I remember last time we played against him, I forget who it was who marked him. I think it might have been... Was it Curry marked him or... Anyway, he didn't do a lot. He's a good player. When they got him, I was wondering why we didn't get him, but it just shows how much I know, doesn't it, Stu? I mean, you know...
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We all looked at some of their recruitment in the summer and thought, oh no, they've done really well. Try and refresh the team a little bit. Maybe gone a bit stale. Didn't finish the last season great, but really struggled this season. But anyway, we'll see what happens today. I want to come back to your top 7 there. You say we're going for automatic promotion. How much of that does hinge on Ali Al-Hamadi?
About 97.5% on my latest calculations. Because we have the best player in the league here. Let's be absolutely clear about it. I'm not about the best striker in the league. I'm about the best player in the league.
Okay.
Best centre half might be Flint at Mansfield, mightn't it? Best midfield player, you know, you could probably argue about that one. I like the lad at Salford, the Elliot Watt, I like him.
Yeah, you've got Elliot Lee at Wrexham, I think.
Elliot Lee at Wrexham's a good player.
I think we should tell all the Championship clubs that Ali's awful.
Yeah, same again. Yeah, sorry, any Championship clubs watching, Ali is
Ali's
highly overrated.
He's the best player in the league by distance. And sometimes when you watch him, although it's kind of quite nice, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Because it's like a cheat code at FIFA, isn't it? The guy's got rocket fuel up his jacksy, and I mean, I backed him today, and I'll actually be surprised if he doesn't score today.
Yeah,
I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah, absolutely right, Reece.
We'll take one.
But I mean, he'll almost certainly get at least 2 or 3 one-on-ones with the goalkeeper today.
Yeah.
They can't cope with the pace, the power. So yeah, it's a huge thing, Nick. If he goes, then the game changes, doesn't it? Then it's a different game. But with him, I think probably Stockport are the best team in the league. But I think with him, we will go to Stockport with plenty of hope, because their centre halves, they won't be able to handle him.
Yeah.
Ali didn't play against Stockport last time, I believe, when he lost his on international
duty, which is again a problem we're going to have just in the new year.
Could be
for
a whole
while.
But Fraser Horsfeld, he gets all the plaudits and all the rest of it. It's good centre half. He got picked in team of the week when we were absolutely brilliant, and of course I said he must have been good then. The 1-8-0 and he got in the team at week. Centre half got in team at week. How was that work? What did he score for or something? But anyway, he got in team at week, and but he won't be able to handle Ali. We'll have to watch him from corners. Horsfeld, he's good from set pieces, but he won't be able to handle Ali. Ali's a different gravy, isn't he?
He is. But then we come back to, that brings me back to the point about Johnny Jackson, because you talk about it's not all Craig Cope, it's not all like what he did in the summer. The way we set up and approach games is for me, it's typical Johnny Jackson. This was the same around this time of year last year. We were in really good form. We didn't really concede any goals. We looked to play on the counter-attack, and the only real difference since then is the fact that we've now got a fully fit team. But when we play on the counter-attack, you know, we frustrate teams, but the pace that Ali has means that we're so much more effective on the counter and gives us more opportunities to score goals.
It absolutely does, and I think someone was saying to me the other week that we've become a lot better at defending leads, and of course we have. But the reason we've become better, in my opinion, is we ping teams on the break now. And so once you start, that third goal when you're 2-1 up, that kills it stone dead, doesn't it? Yeah. That fourth goal when you're 3-2 up, that kills it stone dead. And the problem other teams have now is that they can't really pile onto us, because they know we've got that real sting in the tail. We can ping them on the break.
We've even got threat on the bench as well. Like we got
absolutely right.
We got Newville, Tilly starting, then you got Sassu to bring on, bags of pace, bags of energy. We can hurt this Sutton team today.
I mean, Reece, looking at you, you're a young fella. I don't even know if you're old enough to bet, Reece. But if you are, if you are old enough to bet, I mean, the Notts County is something like 8-1 to win the league.
Yep.
And we were 100-1 last week.
Exactly.
Now, I'm absolutely not kidding, Stu. I don't know who writes these. They must have been in the Alex before they write the book, because we will finish higher than Notts County.
Yeah,
of that, I'm absolutely certain.
Yeah.
There's a top 3: Mansfield, Stockport, and the other one, Wrexham. And we're knocking on that door. Any Dons watching out there, get ready for the playoffs at least, I'm telling you.
Well, Mick, thank you. We're going to do a quick score prediction before we let you go, but I just want to talk about your day yesterday. Just explain to everyone at home.
Yeah, we do free dinners for anyone who's on their own, and free dinners and booze and the rest of it. We deliver turkey and wine and beer and a couple of cuddles as well, a bit of love. We had 151 people come yesterday, so we're really pleased with that. Loads of volunteers helped us out. We couldn't do it without them. And it was fantastic. And I've got to go, but my score prediction 5-0.
5-0, right? Okay, we're going big. Well, hopefully, we'll see. But Nick, thank you very much.
Oh no, you're welcome. Thanks very much. Nice to meet you, Reece. Thanks, Stu.
And we'll go into high.
Runs into Brown. Here comes Sassu. And Sassu has stolen possession. He's going to go for goal here, and he's going to find the corner, and it's Wimbledon that leads. Ryan Schofield, the goalkeeper, will be disappointed that he's not done more there. Persistent play by Aaron Sarsu, though, who did well initially to steal the ball off of Devlin. And then once he was in that position, there was just so much room for him to run into here. Took the invitation to attack and took his chance well. Well, Schofield is waiting for the press. Here comes the press. It's another big chance here for Wimbledon, and perhaps one that they should have taken. Blistering start in this game by Johnny Jackson's side. Portsmouth looking to find a way through, but again snapping in, making the challenges. It's Wimbledon, and Davison bursts away and scores another. What a start here from Wimbledon tonight. Josh Davison, once he was given the opportunity to race clear, made a brilliant run, peeled away from the Portsmouth defence. And then how about this for a finish? Waited for his moment, the angle looked tight, but he found the corner brilliantly. It's a lovely finish. More defending to do here for the Portsmouth defence. Punched away by Schofield, into the path of Pearce, and Pearce makes it 3. 28 first half minutes, and already it's Wimbledon who are leading here by 3 goals. Zanev's long ball forward, and the target was Pell. Davison will flick wide, and it's another big chance. This time Tilly, though, is denied by Ryan Schofield, who pushes away of clearances away. The referee happy for the game to proceed. There might be room inside the area here, and Portsmouth with a big chance to get back into it. Yengi, though. Martin's pass around the corner. Portsmouth building nicely here. This may be their chance. They have one back. Yengi. Well, it's another chance here for Wimbledon to attack. And that looked like a foul, and it was, and the whistle from the referee. And this will be a yellow card for Rafferty. The free kick is driven low and driven through by Harry Pell. Just 3 minutes into the second half, and the 3-goal advantage for Wimbledon restored. A clever one underneath the wall, anticipated the leap. Ryan Schofield not so happy with that. Harry Pell rather enjoying that one. Portsmouth put the pressure on, and Devlin has done well here. Devlin finds White, Sam White finds the corner. Underneath Sanev it goes. Portsmouth have a second of the night, and there is still plenty of... Long clearance forward is cleared away pretty easily. And now off goes Nuffield here for Wimbledon. Streaks clear, unselfishly plays the pass. And that should be that here for Wimbledon, who have goal number 5. The substitute, El Hamadi, is there. Now Phil.
And welcome back to Plough Lane. I'm Nick Draper, joined on my right again by Rob Boyce, to my left Reece Fletcher. Thank you very much for your comments coming through with your pick of the summer signings so far. I think we've had pretty much every name mentioned. I think it shows you what a difficult decision it is, but we're going to sort of start to look ahead. And there we go, John Drummond there with a comment, Ali to score first. Yeah, we are all expectant today, aren't we, Rob, of goals and Ali to score.
Yeah.
Rob, what did you make of Sutton's lineup today when you saw it just a little 5 minutes ago?
You know what? On paper, I think they've actually got a strong lineup, and you know what? I'm surprised to see them at the bottom of the league. But you know, we've seen it ourselves. You know, over the last couple of seasons when you know you're not in form and you're picking up losses, confidence goes. I think one of the interesting things today is obviously we moved our game to Friday night. They played Saturday, and as far as I'm aware, from somebody who told me, they haven't trained. Whilst if I think we have had a training session. So I wonder how prepared they are for today's game. If you know they're a little bit more leggy than us, I wonder if that plays a factor into today's game. Obviously, it is a derby, you know, and
they're going to be up for it.
Yeah, they're going to be up for it. You know, both teams need 3 points. Really, we want to keep pushing up the table. They want to get out of the relegation zone. So it's going to make for an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, and Reece, how do you? Well, we were saying beforehand, perhaps that we're expecting Sutton pretty much to defend quite deep and try and frustrate us. So we're expecting that sort of game where. Because we don't tend to dominate possession in games, but you'd expect today would be one of those days where we would do.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we have the players to do so. I think they will defend quite deep, but we have the wingers that we have on the pitch, especially just creating chances, bombing down the wing. We have Tilly. Hopefully he can get back in form. Newville causes a threat every single game. We also have players on the bench if we're in the position where we need to sub them on and bring them on, and they can easily get a more threat. But yeah, hopefully a win.
Yeah, hopefully goals. We've said Mick Dorr went in big. He went 5-0. Rob, can I get a scoreline prediction from you?
I think we're going to score 3, and I think we're going to win. Can't decide if it's a clean sheet or not. That's the only thing, because we have been strong defensively, but we've kept clean sheet. You know, quite a few clean sheets recently. So I think 3-1 today.
Yeah, we've seen some producers coming through 4-1, 3-0. Reece, I suppose the one thing, I'll ask you for your score as well, but I suppose the one difference to when we played them at Gander Green Lane earlier in the season when we won 3-0 is that Harry Smith does start today, and that is it does seem to be their target man for attacks and things like that. So perhaps we have to be just wary of that threat today. He
kind of seems like the Omar Bugle of our team, being like a nuisance up front, coming back into midfield, making tackles. He's definitely going to be their main threat for today. But I think we'll win 4-0. We scored 4 against Swindon. We scored 4 against Notts County. I think we can do it against Sutton today. Hopefully.
A lot's been made about Joe Lewis obviously being suspended today, but I actually think this suits Alex Pearce today. Fine, Harry Smith isn't the most mobile; he's more of a target man. And I think that'll make for an interesting battle between Pearce and Smith today.
Yeah, 100%. If there was more pace in that Sutton front line, you might think Angol might give him a few problems maybe, but otherwise, no, I agree with you. I think Pearce comes in is absolutely fine. I am just going to go for 1-1, and the only reason I'm doing this is because if we don't win 4 or 5 or 3-0 or whatever it is, this video is going to be replayed regularly on Sutton United channels. So just to even it out, I think Sutton might even win today. There we go. We shall see. But anyway, thank you very much. Updates will be on Twitter at 9Wires Podcast at AFC Wimbledon, and I believe viewers can watch this game on iFollow this afternoon as it falls on a bank holiday. Other than that, Rob, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Reece, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back after the game with all the review of whatever happens this afternoon from about 5:15. Thank you for joining us. We will see you then.